to migration matters now. At least 46 Ethiopians trying to cross from Somalia to Yemen have drowned. Their boat capsized in the Gulf of Aden on Wednesday. 37 men and 9 women are among the victims. Another 16 people are believed to be missing. The boat reportedly left the port of Bossasso in Somalia on Tuesday with 100 people on board. They were hoping to find work in Yemen. The latest deaths come just days after the International Organization for Migration helped 101 Ethiopians leave Yemen for Djibouti as fighting escalated in Yemen's Hodeidah port. CGTN's Abdulaziz Bilo joins us now with the latest from Mogadishu. Abdul, we know at least 46 people have drowned. Any word on the 16 who are believed to be missing?
Well, Penine, according to IOM, that's the UN Migration Agency, its branch in Yemen, they're saying that 39 people survived the ordeal, but they still cannot account for the 16. So what they're saying that they're presumably dead. That's according to the statement from the International Organization for Migration. And the incident happened just as you've put it. The boat rather, sailed off from the port of Bossasso. Bossasso is towards the northeast part of Somalia, and it's next to neighboring Yemen. So 100 Ethiopian migrants boarded that ship on Tuesday night that sailed off towards the coast of Yemen. And the cause of the accident is being attributed to high winds and strong winds rather, and high waves. That's what's prompted the ship to sink. So 39 people survived, 46 of them died, and the boat was carrying 100 people. That's 83 men and 17 women, and they were all Ethiopian nationals. So according to IOM, they're still doing the search and rescue operation. They're trying to bring those who survived the ordeal to a safe location, trying to console them, trying to know the whereabouts of what happened to the other people and what information they might have. But definitely it's quite a deadly tragedy that rocked here the African continent, rather, losing 46 migrants in one of the deadliest boat tragedies in recent months. So IOM is still following up on that incident, but then again, it comes at a very tough time when IOM is raising concerns about the high migration rate coming from the Horn of Africa.
And we're told the victims were traveling to find work in Yemen. Is this common for Ethiopians?
Well, Penina, that's quite common for Ethiopian migrants. Most of them, they have to come a very long way. First of all, they have to come from Ethiopia and to come to Somaliland, that is towards the north part of the country. And then they are brought all the way to Puntland. Now, Puntland is a semi-autonomous region in northeastern part of the country, and it has a strict policy on migration. So what happens is the migrants come to Bossasso, and from there, they have to walk all the way to the port town of Bossasso. That's almost 500 to 700 kilometers to reach the port town of Bossasso, and from there it's where smugglers try to smuggle these illegal migrants from the port of Bossasso to neighboring Yemen, and they try to smuggle them especially at night because of the strict policy by authorities there in that relatively stable regional state northeastern of Somalia. So once the Ethiopian migrants reach Yemen, Yemen is not the intended target. What they are hoping to achieve is they want to enter Saudi Arabia that shares the border with Yemen, and from there they want to work as daily laborers, as porters and drivers in that oil-rich Arab kingdom, and most of them end up serving time in Ethiopian jails, just as we've witnessed recently when the Prime Minister of Ethiopia flew all the way to Saudi Arabia to talk with Saudi authorities to release more than 1,000 Ethiopian nationals who are stranded in prisons there. So IOM is saying that more than 7,000 people try to flee through the port of Bossasso going to Yemen and connect to Saudi Arabia, and more than 100,000 people did that almost last year. So it's quite a worrying figure, and the fact that they end up serving time in prison explains a lot about their future.
And finally, Abdul, do we know if the government has issued a statement on the incident?
Well, there's no formal comment yet from authorities in Ethiopia. There's no statement yet from the Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. He has not talked about that tragedy. But then again, it comes. This is one of the biggest tragedies, rather, to hit his new administration there in Ethiopia. Now, authorities here in Somalia have also not yet issued a comment. But then again, Puntland authorities will be put to task to explain why and how the migrants were able to, in such a huge number of migrants, to come out of Bossasso and try to go to Yemen, and knowing the fact that Yemen is still in a precarious situation, the fact that conflict is still raging there, and the fact that IOM recently brought back hundreds of migrants who were already stranded there, both Somalis and Ethiopian nationals who were stranded there. The fact that there's still people coming out of Somalia and coming out of Ethiopia going to Yemen itself raises eyebrows, and it will be quite a big challenge for Somali authorities, for Ethiopian government, to be able to address the root causes of migration and be able to end this thing, because the fact that hundreds of Somali nationals were also brought here the other day from Libya. So authorities here are feeling quite challenged in terms of tackling migration.
All right, Abdulaziz Bello in Mogadishu, thank you.